Okay, moment of truth. We're going to see what the scale reads this morning. We'll balance it out. $205. Perfect. Did you catch that? Hey, how's it going? It's Mike with Type2DiabetesHelpNow.com. I hit 205 today, so it's a good day. I've been working on that for quite a while. It's been like a week. I was around 207 to 205 and just never could quite hit the 205 mark, and I hit it exactly. So that's good. It's been this is day 21, so 21 days on the diet. My goal was to lose 1 pound every 2¼ days. So I'm still there, but I'm really, really close to not being there. So the next 10 days, I hope to take off another 5 pounds. I'm really going to clean up the diet, really watch what I eat. I'll probably increase my protein intake and reduce some of the fruit and increase the vegetables. Just see what happens. The more protein you eat, I think the more I'm going to lose on this diet. I'm not exactly going 100% by the book. I was having power bars in there. I'll cheat a little bit and have the coffee creamer. Occasionally a little blue cheese dressing, which I had forgot that I was eating. But whenever I have a salad, I'll usually put about a ½ ounce of dressing on it, then add another ounce of olive oil and maybe some lemon juice. And it tastes good. I like it. So I don't think it's hurting me. I'm still losing weight. I think, though, in hindsight, the power bars are a bad idea. And about power bars, the reason I like the power bars, I was introduced to them when I hiked up to Upper Yosemite Falls. It was like the 3rd or 4th time we were up there. We went to the falls, and that's usually what we do. We go to the top of the falls, and it's a hell of a hike. So it's like you're patting yourself on the back when you get up there. Even if you're in pretty good shape, it's still pretty strenuous. It takes a lot of wind, and so anyway, we got up there, and we decided to go a little bit further, and so we did, and went about another ½ mile, and you're actually on top of the monolith, and it's just one big piece of rock, and we're walking around up there, and not a care in the world, and it's just beautiful. The views are just stunning. And we see these guys, and they're on this rope, and they've got this rope attached to the monolith, and then over to the right is this thing called the Lost Arrow, and it's this piece of rock that just comes up, and it comes up to a point, but it's maybe, I don't know, 25 yards away from the monolith, from the rock. It's like this, and the monolith comes up like that. And anyway, they tie this rope to the top of the spire, the very tip, and then again to the monolith, and they go back and forth on this rope. It's something I would never do, but it was really, really cool, I thought. And once I saw them out there, it kind of made me realize exactly where I was, and I kind of got low to the ground because these guys were, they were suspended by a rope. And if they would have fallen, it's 100% death. There's no living through that. But I thought it was really cool, and we got a chance to talk to them, and they were rock climbers. And what they did was I guess they work, save up their money, and then they go travel around the world rock climbing. And they just happened to be up here at Yosemite Falls this day, and they've been up there for, I think this is 25 or 30 years ago, so my memory of it is not perfect, but I want to say they were up there for 2 weeks. And he goes, yeah, we just live on power bars. They're eating power bars and getting water from the stream. So I thought that was really cool. So I've always kind of had a thing about power bars. These nuts climbing rocks. That's what they lived on. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So anyway, that's the power bar story. Another thing I want to get to is what I'm trying to do on this diet is, first of all, put a lot of distance between me and type 2 diabetes. But the other thing is I kind of want to learn what's in the paleo diet and what kind of foods and how it affects my body and how I feel and those kind of things. And so far so good. I'm sure at the end of this 90 days I'll have a better understanding of it. I thought the power bars were okay, but they're not in the diet. It's not something that paleo diet tells you to eat. Actually, it probably discourages it. And so, you know, going forward, the next, what is it, day 21. So we've got about another 40 days on the paleo diet, and then I want to switch over to the Food Lovers diet. And the reason I want to do that is I really like that diet. You get to eat a lot. You do have to prep up your meals. That's kind of the dig on that diet. You know, the thing that takes up a lot of time. All diets have something that, you know, makes them hard to do. Either you can't have this, can't have that. But anyway, the Food Lovers diet lets you have everything, okay? But I want to have an understanding of, you know, what's it like to eat just fruits and vegetables and lean meats? How does that feel? You know, at the end of 60 days, I might go, you know what? This is the way to go. I'm not going to do the Food Lovers diet. Boom. But I tell you what, I love bread. Like anybody else, pasta. I love carbs. And the Food Lovers diet, you can actually eat all that stuff. You have to eat just a little bit differently, you know. There's some things you have to remove from your diet, but it's basically anything you want to eat. You can have pizza, whatever you want to have, you can get it on that Food Lovers diet. So I want to learn a little more about the paleo diet, incorporate that into the Food Lovers diet the last 30 days. Once I've lost all the weight, it's, you know, I'll start eating just about anything I want, and then it'll be, you know, making sure I stay at that weight. If I gain 4 or 5 pounds, I need to knock that off. I need to get that taken care of. And in the past, I haven't done that. And that's one of the reasons for the goals after this is over. You know, I get down to 175, and I go, okay, that's it. You know, start drinking beers and eating McDonald's and that kind of stuff. And next thing you know, I'm 215 again. So I don't want to do that, and I want to have something planned after this, and that's the bike ride. Which I'm going to change that up. I'm going to have to adjust that goal just a little bit, because training Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for that is just taking up too much of my time. I'm going to just spread it over the whole week. I'll still do the 200-mile bike ride. It may end up being 6 days instead of 4 days, or maybe a week. You know, who knows? But I'll still do that, and that's kind of what I'm working up to after this. But I may still post some of the rides, but I'm not doing it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. You know, building up to 40 or 50 miles a day on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you know, just getting ready for this silly bike ride. It's just not worth it. You know, it's just too much time for me. So anyway, that being said, that's all in this video. I'm going to knock down the NutriBullet in a second, and I'll see you then. Okay, I may look a little bit more rotund today. I just got through I made some paleo meatballs. I have a love for meatballs, so I just got through eating a whole bunch of them. It's nighttime. I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock at night. But anyway, here's the NutriBullet. It is kale, a banana, a beet, and an apple. So, cheers. I'll see you tomorrow.